Let me tell you something I learned after years of working on our real projects. Most people who struggle with AutoCAD do not struggle because they are bad at it. They struggle because no one explained what AutoCAD actually is. They learned commands, they memorized shortcuts, but they never understood the system behind the software. And here is what happened. Their drawing worked fine until something breaks, like a dimension won't update, or a block won't align, or a layout refused to print correctly. And they do not know why, because they never learned how AutoCAD thinks. So in this video, I'm not going to teach you tools. I'm going to teach you how AutoCAD sees the world. So you are not just clicking buttons here and there, you are controlling the complete system. Whether you are starting afresh or already using AutoCAD daily, this will change how you see the screen. Let's begin. Hey, and welcome to the Civil Studies. My name is Shashi Pundir. I'm a professional CAD engineer and designer. We do not rush learning here. We slow it down so you actually understand engineering. You will find timestamps in this video, so feel free to skip sections wherever you are already comfortable with. Still, I recommend watching everything carefully at least once. And do not just watch, practice it. AutoCAD only becomes clear when you sit down and try things on your own. When you open AutoCAD for the first time, this is the very first screen you will see. The screen is called the Start tab. Now, if you are new to AutoCAD, don't worry about understanding everything here. The screen is not for drawing yet. It's only here to help you decide what you want to work on. That's why you see two main options here, open and new. If you want to start a fresh drawing, you always go with a new. If you already have a file and want to continue working, you choose always open. You'll also notice some extra options when you click these arrows. Ignore them for now. You don't need them today. Just remember this one very simple idea. New means starting a fresh drawing and open means continuing existing work. That's it. Once we move past the screen, we enter the actual workspace, and that's where real drawing begins. So let's move ahead and look at the workspace together. Now, once you move past the screen, Start tab, and enter AutoCAD, the entire screen you see in front of you is called the workspace. I want you to pause here for a moment and really understand this. The workspace is your complete working environment inside AutoCAD. You can think of it as your digital drawing room. Just like in a real drafting room, you have a place where you draw, tools to create and modify drawings, and control to manage how you work. AutoCAD brings all of that together inside this single screen. The drawing area, the tools, the command line, the settings, and everything you need to work exists inside this workspace. Nothing in AutoCAD happens outside this screen. That's why understanding the workspace is really important. If you are comfortable with this workspace, AutoCAD feels pretty simple and organized, and I can say logically. If you are not, everything feels confusing, even a simple command. So before we learn what to draw or how to draw, we first need to understand where we are working. And that place is called the AutoCAD space or the AutoCAD workspace. Now focus your attention on the center of the screen. This large open space you see here is called the drawing area. This is the place where all actual work happens, where you will create your building drawing, or you'll draw your bridge or whatever the design it is in AutoCAD. Also, whenever you create an object, modify an object, build a plan or layout, everything appears inside this drawing area. You can think of the drawing area as your digital drawing sheet. Just like a paper. If you draw something on the sheet, it becomes part of your drawing. This drawing area is also called model space. And a model space is where we create our drawings in actual or in real world size. That means we draw objects at their actual dimensions. We are not thinking about printing yet. Also, we are not thinking about paper scale yet. Don't worry if this doesn't feel clear right now. That's completely normal. Just remember this one thing. Model space is where we draw the actual designs. Whether you are drawing in a building design, bridge or elevation plan you are creating or anything else. We'll come back to this concept later on and we will try to understand it properly in deep. For now, just remember the name model space. Now please look into my screen very carefully and try to observe the cursor on the screen. In our AutoCAD, the cursor is a crosshair, not a normal arrow which we are using in a desktop or doing any other activities in a system or a laptop or desktop. This crosshair in AutoCAD help you to understand the direction. Also, it keeps your object aligned while creating a drawing. You may also notice that the crosshair sometimes looks large or small. That is completely normal in AutoCAD. Nothing is wrong and you don't need to fix anything right now. For now, just get comfortable moving with the cursor around. Let's move into the another tool which is really important in our AutoCAD, UCS Icon. UCS is a user coordinate system. Let's now look near the drawing area. Usually at the bottom corner, you'll see a very small symbol with X and Y written on it. This symbol is called the UCS icon, or I can say user coordinate system. You don't need to understand the full term right now, but the idea is very simple. This icon, or I can say a UCS, user coordinate system, tells AutoCAD which side is horizontal and which side is vertical. If I'll tell you in a simple word, it tells AutoCAD which direction is which. Let's understand. Right now, just remember this important point. The UCS icon helps AutoCAD to understand direction, not size. It does not control how big or how small your drawing is. It only shows orientation. Later, when we learn about coordinates, this icon will become very important. For now, just be aware that it exists and shows a direction. Inside the drawing area, you may notice some view controls, including something called the view cube. The view cube is mainly used to change how you look at the drawing. For example, you can look at the drawing from another angle. You can rotate the view. Supposed to be top view, you are looking for a building, or bottom or side or left, you needs to look. It means you can switch between different views. Here is the important thing to understand. These tools do not change the drawing itself. This is similar to moving your head to look at an object from another side. Change. Only your view does. These tools become more useful later, especially when you are working in a 3D. For now, just remember they control the view, not the design. Now let's talk about how we move around inside the drawing area. In AutoCAD, we do not move the drawing itself. We move our views of the drawing. We move our view of the drawing using the mouse wheel. Scrolling forward lets you zoom in. Scrolling backward lets you zoom out. When you press and hold the mouse wheel or mouse cursor, you can pan, which means moving the view left, right, up or down. Now this is extremely important for beginners. Zooming and panning do not change the drawing. They only change how close or far you are looking at it. Many beginners think they have changed the drawing by mistake, but most of the time they have only changed the view. So always remember, navigation tool affect visible, not geometry. Now look at the bottom of the screen again, and this long area is called the command line. Command line is really helpful and really important for every engineer, especially when you are working with AutoCAD or you are creating some objects or the drawing or anything what you want to create. AutoCAD is not just a mouse-based software, it works on a command and instructions. Whenever you click tool, start a command or need to give input, AutoCAD communicate with you through the command line. Even when you click icons with the mouse, AutoCAD is still using commands in the background. That's why the command line is so important. If AutoCAD ever feels confusing, stuck or unclear, the command line usually tells you what AutoCAD is expecting. Learning to pause the command line is one of the best habit of good CAD professionals. Also, near the command line, you may notice a small arrow. This allows you to view command history. AutoCAD keeps a record of commands you used, action you performed. You don't need to use this right now. Just remember, AutoCAD never forget what you did. It keeps a history. This becomes useful later when you are working on a complex drawing. Sometimes you may also see a very small input boxes appear near the cursor. This feature is called the dynamic input. Dynamic input shows command information close to where you are working instead of the only at the command line. Some people like it, some prefer the command line. For now, do not turn it on or off. Do not worry about it. Just remember the name and that it exists. We will decide later how to use it properly. If you right click anywhere inside the drawing area, a menu appears. This is called the context menu. This menu changes based on what you are doing. This is completely normal in AutoCAD. Many beginners also think they did something wrong when this appears, but there is no problem. Right click is part of a normal AutoCAD uses. We will start using it naturally in later lessons. Let's talk about the status bar. It is also really very important. At the bottom of the screen, you can check it out on the screen. You will see a row of small buttons. This area is called the status bar. These buttons control how AutoCAD behave while drawing. For example, some control state movement, some helps with the accuracy, some helps with the alignment. Today, do not click or change anything here, just understand this idea. The status bar helps you to draw accurately and correctly. You may also see a small arrow that allows icons to shown or hidden. So, if you do not see some options, it does not mean anything is wrong. At the bottom, you will see Model and Layout tab. Model is where we create the drawing. Layout is mainly used for printing. That's all you need to know for now. We will study this properly in later sessions. At the top of the screen is the ribbon. The ribbon organizes tools into tabs and panels so they are easy to find. Above it is the quick access toolbar, which generally we call sometime Q80, which contains commonly used tools like save and undo, redo. We are not using tools today. We will try to explore this entire area properly in a next session. Let's try to understand some other workspaces and tool palettes. AutoCAD also provides different workspaces. tool palettes to store tools. These are part of professional workflow. We will not use them now. Just remember that AutoCAD can be customized as you grow. Let's pause here and quickly look at what we have done today. We did not draw anything. We did not use any commands, and that was completely intentional. Today, our main goal was only to understand the AutoCAD environment. And now, you learned. If you have paused this video carefully and completed, so now you can understand what the workspace is, where the drawing area is, what model space means, how the cursor work, and what the UCS icon shows, and how zoom and pan work, where AutoCAD communicate with you through the command line also. If AutoCAD feels less confusing now, that means this lesson has done its job. You do not need to remember everything perfectly. You only need to feel comfortable looking at the screen. Before the next lesson, I want you to do just one simple thing. Open AutoCAD and move around the screen. Zoom in, zoom out, pan, look at the command line. Do not try to draw anything yet. In the next session, it means Day-1B, we will continue with the interface and try to understand where tools are located and how AutoCAD organizes them. Once you understand that, we will be ready to start working step by step. Take your time, do not rush. Before we end this lesson, one very quick note or important note I wanted to share with you. We have added detailed notes for this session on our website, thecivilstudies.com. You can visit the website to read the concepts again, download the PDF notes and revise everything at your own pace. If you find this lesson helpful, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share it with others who are learning AutoCAD. It really helps the channel grow and reach more students. Now take your time, practice exploring the screen, and I'll see you in the next lesson.